So there is an entrance for men and another one for women. Basically, women are praying separately from men. So this is obviously, I'm on a women's side and there's the men's side. Also, you can write on a piece of paper, you know, your wishes or whatever you want to receive, and they are not allowed to throw them away. So they must keep all of them. They do clean them, obviously, but they don't throw them away. They put them in a special place and they are kept forever.
The tradition of leaving notes started nearly 300 years ago when a rabbi sent his students with a prayer in writing because he was unable to make the journey. Since then, each year, visitors to the Western Wall leave millions of handwritten notes in between the cracks of the ancient stone. The notes are collected twice a year and buried in the Jewish cemetery on the Mount of Olives.
So I wanted to leave a wish as well, you know, and I had a small problem. I didn't have a pen. And then I went near the wall, and down there, look what I found. So obviously I'm hoping it's working. I'll leave my wish and then I'll put the pen back. The pen was working. My ticket is ready. I'm folding it. So I'll go and add it to the wall and I'll put the pen back. I'm just wondering who that woman is. She has all the police girls following her all over the place. They even kind of prayed at the wall together with that woman, like the police girls. So, yeah. Who knows who she is? Have no clue.
ואני אביא ילדים צדיקים לעבוד אותך. התחתן להביא ילדים צדיקים לעבוד אותך. אמן כן יהי רצון. שימי. הם נטלו ידיים.
כל המלח?
תשאירי טיפה לבסוף, כן. תשאירי טיפה. תגידי, אני ממתיקה את הדינים. בית ישראל, ולכל הגיבורים שלנו. אמן. עכשיו תפתחי שפתח לך המזל ולנו המזל. הנה פותחת, תפתח המזל. עכשיו תגידי, אני שמה קמח. לנפות. את כל מה שמעכב. מהחיילים. לעבוד. בצבא השם. היי ביה! יש פה רבנו איתנו. יאללה. רבנו איתנו, השתבח שמו. רבי נחמן פה. אני באה לנפות. תגידי, אני באה לנפות. כל מה שמעכב. את כל בנות ישראל. להקים בית נאמן. מעל כל כוחות הביטחון. מעל כל לומדי התורה. מעל כל עם ישראל. תמתיקי אחותי, תמתיקי. תמתיקי אחותי, תמתיקי. איזה יופי, איזה המתקות יש פה. איזה המתקות. איזה המתקות. איזה המתקות יש פה.
The Western Wall is a holy place of prayer and pilgrimage for the Jewish people. It's made out of limestone and it's about 50 meters long and 19 meters high. Its construction started around 19 BC. About 10% of the original Western Wall is visible today, with most buried behind constructions in the old city's Muslim quarter, as well as beneath the ground. It's considered sacred due to its proximity to the site of the Holy of Holies, the most sacred location in the temple for the Jewish people. The Western Wall forms part of the larger wall that surrounds the Muslim Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Israel took full control of it after the Six-Day War in June 1967.
The truth is that's very hard to put this city in a vlog. I feel like there's so much I do not know about this city. Obviously it's so huge, so rich in everything that I feel like I'm that small in a way in terms of my knowledge with regards to what's around me. So I feel that every place where I'm going, I'm missing something because I don't know something, you know. But hey, you know, we do what we can at the end of the day. I mean, I wish I could give you even more information about what's going on, but unfortunately, you know, I'm kind of limited in what I know about this city. So I share what I know, but for the rest, like, we'll have to use Google. So what I've noticed is that lots of Israeli people speak Romanian, but when I say lots, like lots of them, it seems like there is a special connection between Romania and Israel, which I wasn't aware of. And I've noticed that there are so many Romanians here as well. And as I said, Israeli not only speaking Romanian, but also having connections with Romania. Oh, I've been there. And they start naming city in Romania. And I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Interesting. I'm happy that Romania has a good connection with Israel. I'm honored about that, definitely. This is a special kind of day because it's Friday, and in case you don't know, on Friday afternoon is when the Sabbath begins, and on Saturday everything is closed, so they start closing today around 2 p.m. and then they open again tomorrow evening, so Saturday evening. Slowly now things are closing and we are entering Sabbath. Tomorrow, because everything is closed and I'm still here in Israel, I'll take a bus, a Palestinian bus, and go to Bethlehem, because here in the city I wouldn't have much to do, given that everything is closed, everyone is in the house, you know, relaxing, praying. On Sabbath you don't have buses either, you don't have it unless you have taxis, but you don't have public transport. So I'll take a bus which is Palestinian, and the Palestinian ones are working, and I'll head to Bethlehem. Okay, so I'm back to the wall. I didn't do that. I didn't do this on purpose. I just ended up here because it's so easy to end up in certain places. And now, wow, the people start coming because obviously it's Sabbath, so they come here to pray. So I must say that on Friday evening here is such a big celebration, such a big deal. It's like it's New Year's Eve or something. That's the vibe in the city. It's like, oh my gosh, how many things are happening, you know, taxis all over the place. People all dressed up. They are going at the Western Wall. They start praying. They start dancing. It's quite a thing. It's quite a thing. I must say, it's impressive to watch. I mean, they are used to, but for me, it's like, what's going on, you know? Lovely, lovely. They don't want you to film or photograph during the Sabbath, so they can do their things, you know, for privacy. Makes sense. I mean, it's not a show at the end of the day. It's their religion, you know. They take this seriously, even if it's dancing, even if it's, you know, in a way having fun, but it's still, for them, it's a serious thing. It's a ritual, so they don't want you to film once the Sabbath officially begins. Before it begins, yeah, you can use your cameras, you can film, photograph, but once it starts, it's like, okay, time off now. I don't see any woman around me, only men. I'm not sure what's going on. Where am I going? Where are all the women? Where are all the women? I'm stuck. Okay, let me get out. Oh my God. I think they are going at the mosque because it's Ramadan and it's Saturday evening. I'm thinking they all go to the mosque, and I ended up in the middle of them, which is kind of intimidating in a way. I was like the only odd one out. I was like, uh-oh. Okay, good. I'm out of the crowd now. Whew, I can breathe. I said, let me eat something. And because I don't know exactly what's open at this time, I just ordered a pizza. I'm curious to see how the pizza in Israel is. And without even realizing, I stopped exactly on Via Dolorosa. So I'm basically having dinner on Via Dolorosa, which is the street where obviously Jesus was carrying his cross, you know. So this is a kind of, you know, for Christians, it's a big street, you know, it's a street, very meaningful street. And without even realizing, I ended up at a restaurant eating pizza on Via Dolorosa. So yeah, and I see, like in front of me, when I look ahead, I just see Via Dolorosa, so it's exactly in front of me saying, you know, the written Via Dolorosa. Interesting. Now let's see how this pizza is. Definitely not bad. It's with salami, full of cheese. Not bad. And I have a cat here who wants to eat as well, so I give him a piece. I'll give her another one. She's hungry, poor baby. Nice.